If someone said to you they could tell how much you love and respect yourself from the partner you've chosen, would that be a compliment or an insult? I heard that question for the first time on TikTok a couple days ago, and it seriously altered my brain chemistry for a second because it really made me sit there and think about how many women are not proud of the person they're with or the behavior they accept, yet every day they still choose it. One thing you need to learn, and you need to learn it very quickly, is self-respect is one of your greatest currencies. It's probably one of the harshest and hardest lessons a woman learns in her lifetime, but learning it sooner rather than later will quite literally change the trajectory of your life, and that is not being dramatic. Choosing self-respect over your feelings is not about suppressing your emotions and turning cold and vicious and vengeful. It's simply about valuing yourself enough to prioritize your well-being, your boundaries, and your dignity. In this video, we're going to talk about why self-respect is more important than your feelings and simple rules you can apply to your everyday life to ensure you are always choosing self-respect over your feelings. First things first, feelings are temporary, but compromising your self-respect and the consequences of compromising your self-respect can last a lifetime. I've been actively traveling the world since August 2023, and I have met thousands of unique individuals which all have this one thing in common, and they all say, but I feel bad. Whenever I'm having conversations with people and we're talking about life, we always get onto the topic of, but I always feel bad, but I just feel bad, but I couldn't do that because I just feel bad. I'm telling you that because 99% of people are choosing their feelings over their self-respect, and it shows. It shows in the conversations they have. It shows in the way they carry themselves. It shows in the people they choose to keep around. Friends, romantic interests, romantic partners, work people. You can tell how much someone values themselves, how much boundary they have in place in their life to ensure they are only bringing in quality people. You can tell all of this simply by observing who they choose to keep around them. Because a lot of the times people keep people in their life because they feel bad. I feel bad because they were there for me when I was 5 years old going through the worst time of my life, and now I'm 45 and I still feel bad because they were there for me, so I can't let them go. I feel bad because they're going through something really difficult right now. I feel bad because we've always been friends. I feel bad because they're a high school friend. Keeping them in your life out of pity is not helping them, and if they found out that you were doing that, they'll probably actually feel quite upset about that and be like, what the heck? Does this person actually even like me, or are they just keeping me around because they feel sorry for me? And for you, it's also not helpful, because why are you letting that person take up space in your life, take up energy and time in your life when you don't actually even want them there? You're just giving it to them because you feel bad. In this moment, you are choosing your feelings. You are not understanding that self-respect and letting this person go is going to benefit you and it's going to benefit them. Maybe you letting that person go is what they need in their life as the catalyst to help them grow and to help them change and evolve into who they're meant to be. By you keeping somebody in your life out of pity and because you feel bad and because it's going to do something to you, could actually be robbing them of the growth they need. Maybe you will come together down the line. Choosing to remember that every single day will help you greatly in releasing people. Not everybody needs to be in your life from the moment you were born to the moment you go away. Understanding that everybody has a place in your life, everybody has a season and an expiration date in your life. Choosing to accept that instead of holding on to them because your feelings are telling you to do so, because you feel like you can't let them go because it's going to bring you discomfort, is not the way to live your life. Never catch yourself staying in an experience that has expired just because your feelings haven't. Your feelings will expire. That situation has already expired. Your feelings just need to catch up. And if they haven't caught up already, you need to be strong enough and have that self-discipline to say, I know I still feel some type of way. I miss this person. I love this person. I care for this person. But the experience and our dynamic has expired in this season of our life right now. And I need to accept that. And I need to be stronger than my feelings in this moment. And I need to let them go. And I need to walk away. Because at the end of the day, my self-respect means more to me than staying in an expired situation where I don't feel valued. I'm being taken advantage of. I'm not feeling cherished. All because my feelings haven't caught up to reality yet. Self-respect is the foundation of your self-worth. When you choose it over your fleeting emotions, because emotions are fleeting, they are here one minute, they're gone the next, and they dictate how we view certain situations. When you choose self-respect over those fleeting emotions, you send a very powerful message to yourself, but also to other people, that you are worthy of love, you are worthy of care, you are worthy of all the things that you want deep down, that you are just not yet telling the world because you feel you're asking for too much or you're demanding too much. Your feelings are unloyal and they're unreliable if they are not filtered through your self-respect. Nothing you feel should ever be stronger or greater to the point where you're compromising your self-respect to sit in that feeling. Does that make sense? Really think about this. Lean in for a second and let's talk logic. I bet you can count on all 10 toes and all 10 fingers how many times you have felt completely different about someone or something, a situation, after all of your feelings went away. How many times have you scrolled on TikTok or heard from a friend of a friend that she is so repulsed by the man she was once obsessed with just because her feelings went away? She became repulsed by this individual who she was pining after, obsessed over, had so many feelings for. As soon as the feelings went away, ew, this man is disgusting. Why was I even with him? Why did I even bat an eyelash at him? Why did I give him all the precious years of my life? You hear women say this all the time. That is why feelings are unreliable and you cannot trust them to guide you into the places that you want to be. Feelings are the only reason you allow yourself to be disrespected and to go against your self-respect. What's the solution? The solution is to remain open-hearted and warm, because again, it's not about choosing self-respect over feelings, and self-respect is this cold, icy person and feelings are this warm, fuzzy person. Both can exist at the same time. We can remain open-hearted, we can remain feminine and soft and still give our warmth to others, but it has to be contained within the confinements of self-respect and boundaries, so that you are always entering experiences and situations and dynamics with people undistorted. You don't want to spend years giving yourself to somebody romantically, a friendship, whoever, a situation, only then to waste 5-6 years of your life realizing, oh my god, that man was an absolute douchebag. Like, why was I even with him? And then now you're sitting here thinking, I'm not gonna let that happen again. But then as soon as the feelings come back up, you're like, oh wait, I miss them, or this new person has caught my eye and I really, really like them. And again, you're not going in with clarity, you're going in with a distorted image just because your feelings are telling you something. We do not have time to waste in 2025 on people who are not reciprocating the efforts we are giving them, people who are not reciprocating our time, our energy, and our space. If you do not get those three things in reciprocation to your efforts, you do not need them in your life, and you need to choose your self-respect and say, hey, I'm not getting what I deserve in this situation. I gotta walk away. I know what I deserve. I know what I want, and I will only allow my feelings to grow if I'm getting that. I am not saying this is easy, because it is not. I cannot sit here and lie to you and say that this is an easy thing. For others, it comes easier. For some, it does not, and it's something you actively have to work at. But I can almost guarantee that if you do put in the time and effort to rewire this part of your mindset and say, hey, I'm choosing self-respect all the time over my feelings, you will be like in a completely different world. Like, your entire reality will change. Now, because it's not an easy thing, I do want to suggest therapy. Getting through this and really working on your self-respect can be done a lot easier with therapy. And with that, I would like to introduce BetterHelp as the paid partner of today's video. BetterHelp connects you with a credentialed therapist who is trained to listen and give you unbiased advice. It's so important as you're working through these things, working through your past, to have a space that feels safe and to have a space with a person who is listening to you and not judging you. Getting started with BetterHelp is such an easy process. Just go to their site using my link, answer a few questions, and you're all set to be matched to a professional who has years of experience helping with struggles just like yours. With BetterHelp, you actually get to choose how you want to speak with your therapist, which has always been my favorite part because it helps make the journey extremely customizable, which makes for a better experience. I'm going to leave my discount code on the screen, which is betterhelp.com/Vakita, and I'll leave a link in the top of my description box so you can sign up and enjoy a special discount on your first month. Now let's get into the rules. The rules that you can apply every single day so that you don't choose feelings over disrespect anymore. Rule number 1, what would future you do? Would she engage in this sort of behavior? Would she say, my feelings are so strong, I really love this person, I really like this person, I see so much potential with them, but I'm still getting treated with disrespect, and I'm not getting my standards met, and my boundaries are being violated, and maybe I don't even have any boundaries? Does this choice align with what you want for your future, with your highest self? Which tells the world, I am worthy of better. The more you continue to practice choosing better for yourself despite how you feel, the less you will tolerate situations that don't serve you, and the stronger the foundation of your world will be. Because every single day you decide to say no to your boss asking you for something that now has, over your quota, whatever, you say no. The person that you like and that you could see yourself with disrespects you, you say no. Those small daily choices compound. And that compounding effect results in you being able to not tolerate any iota of disrespect, because you will always choose yourself over that person, that situation. Your feelings will start to go away at any sign of disrespect. That is how you will know you are consistently making choices that align with your higher self, when you actually lose feelings for someone because they have disrespected you. At the first sign of disrespect, you actually lose feelings. You become uninterested and unattracted and just grossed out and like, oh God, actually my feelings, where did they go? Because this person has disrespected you, or because they're just not aligning with the person you see yourself with in the future. That is when you know you are consistently making the right choice. Your feelings should never grow from disrespect. They should lessen from disrespect. They should get weaker and weaker. So make sure every single day, any situation you encounter yourself grappling with the choice of self-respect or feelings, you always choose self-respect, because those small daily choices will result in you being like, hell no to you, hell no to you, hell no to you, because I just don't put up with it in my life. Because that is not meeting the standards and expectations of who I have for myself in the future. The future version of me, the version of myself I want to be, is not going to accept this kind of behavior. So in this moment, I have to not accept it, because in order to become her, I need to act like her. Rule number 2, forget what you feel and remember what you deserve. Your feelings mean nothing when you are not getting what you deserve. Hear me when I say that again. Your feelings mean nothing when you are not getting what you deserve. This is how I apply this in my daily life. My feelings are in a container. One wall is my boundaries, one wall is my standards, one wall is what I deserve, one wall is my self-worth and what I know I bring to the table for myself in my own life, and what I expect someone to bring into my life as well. If I'm already meeting all of my own needs, why would I let those needs go to the wayside just because I have feelings for someone, right? You need to be able to match what I give myself. So your feelings should be in this container, in this box, all surrounded by those different things I just mentioned. When that behavior is consistent, when that behavior starts to become the norm and you're noticing it go on an incline, you can slowly start to open a wall here, a wall there, and let that person in. And that's you allowing them into your energy and into your feeling space, right? You're almost playing this positive reinforcement game that they don't know about, but you're playing it with yourself. That the moment you see a great action from them, you open up a little bit more. The moment you don't see something you like, you don't shut down or you don't close yourself off. You just don't allow them into your feeling space at that point in time. This container acts as control. And I know we talk a lot about like release control and all that, but we do need to have some autonomy and control over our lives, especially our feelings. If we just live our life based off of what we are feeling, we get nowhere. We don't work out. We don't elevate our life. We don't level up. We don't get the people that we want. We don't get the high value relationships, because we simply wake up and ask ourselves how we're feeling, and that is what we go off of. That cannot be our baseline. That cannot be our guiding light. Our feelings need to be contained. They can't just grow and get stronger and stronger, and now you're looking at yourself like, how did I just fall in love with this man who is an absolute D-bag? Because you had no control over your feelings. Your feelings should only grow and get stronger based on how you are being treated by that person in that situation. The treatment you receive should dictate how you let your feelings grow, to what severity you let them grow and expand. That might sound extremely calculated and like, but no, I should just be with an open heart. You have to have boundaries in your own life. If you don't have boundaries and control over yourself, you have no control over anything. You can only control yourself. And a good form of control is when it's applied to yourself, right? We don't want to be controlling anybody else, anything else. We let other people just be. We only control ourselves. And one of those things we need to learn to control are our feelings. Your open heart is there. Be warm, be inviting, and let people have your energy in small doses. That takes me to rule number 3. You are going to learn to drip feed your big 3. Your big 3 is time, your energy, and your space. So you can't just be an open book and let every Tom, Dick, or Harry come into your life, come into your space, your time, your energy, because you are going to be left depleted and feeling resentful, frustrated, and like you have been taken advantage of. You need to drip feed people those big 3 based on what you are getting back from them, right? Everything is reciprocal energy. If you are getting 0 of their time, 0 of their energy, and not getting let into their space, why do you think they deserve to come into your big 3? Oh wait, they don't. Just because you like somebody or you have feelings for them or they were an old friend and you want to bring them into your life for the rest of your life, but they treat you like garbage and they take advantage of you and they're never there for you and they don't treat you the way you treat them, you still allow them access to your big 3, but then you wonder why you're always being taken advantage of. You wonder why you're always feeling let down. You're allowing it because your feelings are speaking to you and you're listening. If you don't already, you need to create a concrete list of the type of person, like literally create an avatar of your ideal friend, your ideal partner. Get your 5 best people going, put them on a bench, and write down exactly what you want them to possess. And if the people you are allowing into your space and into your big 3 do not meet that criteria, they should not be allowed as much access to you as you are currently giving them. So I'm not saying be extremely pragmatic about this and have a list of things and like, okay, the person comes in for an interview and you're like, do you have this? Do you have this? No, we can't do that. We need to humanize this experience. I'm only speaking this way because I'm trying to paint a picture, but we're going to humanize this experience a little bit. So you have your list of people, your avatars, and you simply observe them. And you remember that your big 5, these are your starting 5. You are holding out for these 5-star players, right? Like you've got your man, you've got your 3 friends, and maybe you've got like, I don't know, pick your starting 5, whatever. But whoever doesn't fit the starting 5 criteria doesn't mean they can't be in your life. They just have a different level of access to you. So you don't have to cut every single person off that does not meet this starting 5 criteria. You just have to simply know where they belong in your life and how much access they will have to your big 3 and how much you are willing to also invest into them and pour into them. They might be a category D person or they might be a category C person. And dependent on where they sit in this category is how much you give to them and how much you accept from them, right? So switch your mindset from everybody's category A, but their criteria reflects that of category F. What they bring to the table, what they add to your life, how they make you feel, how you feel in their presence, all these types of things can't be in category F, but you still keep them on category A and they're in your 5 starting lineup. Then you're starting 5. That won't work because now, again, you're letting your feelings dictate where this person sits in your life. You're giving them access to everything you have, pouring into them, and yet they only bring to the table category F behavior. That is you choosing your feelings over self-respect. You can love this person. You can have grown up with this person and been there for you and all these beautiful, great things, but right now they are sitting in category F. They are not on your starting 5. You have to place people accordingly. Otherwise, you will always feel let down and you will always feel frustrated and resentful because they're not placed properly in your life. In those moments, you choose to acknowledge what they have done for you, but right now I have to choose my self-respect over my feelings. And rule number 4 is continue to prioritize your healing and your growth. Remember, we cannot ask something from someone that we are not able or willing to give. I cannot expect you to be an amazing communicator, but I suck at communication. I cannot expect you to always pour into me and show up and give me words of affirmation and all these other beautiful things that we want. I'm not able to do that, right? So we always have to remember to ground ourselves into this mindset that I must not and I cannot ask this person of something I am unable to give. Always prioritize your healing and your own growth growth, because the more you do that, the more expensive your energy gets and the higher you can charge for those entry fees into your big three. We can't be giving expensive demands when our energy is low budget. No. We can't be asking this person to give us what we don't even give to ourselves. Respect, love, worthiness, all these things. These things need to come from yourself first. And once you give them to yourself first, you don't even have to speak about these things. People will just feel it in your energy, the way you move, the decisions you make, the thoughts you have, the mindset that you have, right? Those things will all speak for themselves once you nurture your own energy and become extremely expensive. Only then will people be like, damn, I gotta show up correct if I want to be in this person's energy, if I want to, get their time, if I want to be in their space. Just remember that you never stop growing and you always continue to better yourself to make your energy more expensive so you can charge higher rates to get access to it. If you're ready for 2025 to be your year, watch this video next.